r/AskReddit. What is something that has aged well? The word cool. One of the few slang terms that survived for decades. Denim in general. Well boiled. From under a bridge. Lego. My parents gave my fiance all our old Lego. We joke that it's my dowry. He's gotten hours of endless joy out of those boxes of Lego. Even music I hated when it was new now sounds good because of nostalgia. I've almost reached the point of liking that I like girls that wear a Abercrombie and Fitch song from 20 years ago. Old Nintendo games. The speedrun community alone speaks for this. It's crazy how much hype there still is for 20-30-year-old single-player games. I recently got the NES emulator on the Switch. There's a Mario Golf game. Can't remember exact name. That is legitimately so much fun. My brother and I have been playing together online from opposite coasts. It's incredible how much of the difficulty of golf they packed into a game for which the controller only has 2 buttons. The graphics are horrid of course, but they put together a pretty great game. Meanwhile, some of the other NES games on the emulator are absolutely atrocious, but hey, they can't all be gems. My 84-year-old mother who still walks 3 miles a day and has all her wits about her. But life goals. Seriously, my 97-year-old grandmother acts like a 79-year-old. She still has all of her faculties. Mental, physical, etc. Still lives alone. Still drives better than most other people. Doesn't have any health issues. Her father lived to be 105 and was perfectly healthy until 2 weeks before he died. Definite life goal. Tetris. Still addictive. I sometimes get hallucinations of falling pieces after playing. That's the Tetris effect, not the game LOL. 2019. I miss it so much. The Twilight Zone. The series premiered in 1959 and so many of the episodes still hold up today because of its brilliant writing. Rod Serling was so far ahead of his time. The earlier episodes of The Simpsons. Classic Simpsons are masterpieces when it comes to comedy. And even some gut-wrenching episodes as well. Bart Gets an F was heartbreaking. I did my best and I still failed gets me every time. Jurassic Park. I still think the visuals look great in that movie, even if it were to be released today. I prefer the animatronics in JP to all the CGI Chris Pratt movies, even though they move more fluidly blah blah blah. My brain still knows they're not literally there. It knows the animatronics are literally there in that first movie and likes that better. Paul Rudd. He has a Dorian Gray picture hanging up somewhere. Aliens 1986. The Alien series is a lot like the Terminator series. There's only 2 of them. Calvin and Hobbes. My 9-year-old recently discovered one of my old C&H collections. He has gotten every book the library has and just reads them over and over again. It's great when your kid loves something just as much as you did at their age. Megamind. The villain being a nice guy until was absolutely ahead of its time. And I think now that we are farther away from Will Ferrell we can appreciate his role more now that it's not something oversaturated. The animation still looks amazing. And the music selection feels very reminiscent of both Shrek and Guardians of the Galaxy. The comedy doesn't feel dated at all. And very timeless. You could watch multiple times and learn something new every time. As I have. A lot. It's starting to get a lot more love now, which is great because now I can talk about it with other people and not look batshit crazy. Seasons 1-3 of SpongeBob. Classics to this day. Once upon a time there was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly that everyone died. The end. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Arabic numerals, or what most people call numbers. Since around 500 AD, it's been 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the entire world uses them. Even cultures without the Latin alphabet use them. Always interesting seeing them used in Asian languages writing, as they stand out seeming Western but they were in fact developed in Asia by Hindu mathematicians and spread throughout Middle East where they became popular, hence Arabic numerals. Weird Al. Celebrity after celebrity comes out with drug problems, abuse allegations, friends with Weinstein, and there's Weird Al, singing a coronavirus polka. I started listening to Weird Al when I was about 15. My kids are now the same age and they enjoy listening to his songs as well. The man is a funny, irreverent and witty genius. Me. 70 on 4/4/20. Down 140 pounds from 300. Walk 30 miles a week. Perfect EKG. Perfect blood work. Perfect blood pressure. Happier than I have ever been. Good for you. Astronomer here. There is a star about 200 light years away from us called the Methuselah star, which appears to be about as old as the universe itself. Specifically, the universe is thought to be about 13.8 billion years old, and the star is, based on its composition, estimated to be 14.46 plus 0.8 billion years old. So presumably, if you were on the side of that minus, it's younger than the age of the universe. But still, the fact that it's been shining for a good 13 plus billion years is astounding. For reference, our sun has been burning for about 4.5 billion years, and has about 5 billion more to go, so this star has already lasted longer than our sun ever will. Do you think it might see the end of the universe as well? It hurts my brain to think about something being alive that long. Impossibly amazing. Betty White. Nodding in appreciation as my comment to the question is, The Golden Girls. It has aged better than Sex and the City. Lord of the Rings trilogy. Still great. Also, I enjoy the Rankin-Bass version of The Hobbit. Art Nouveau. From the architecture, the jewelry, to the fashion, I find it all incredibly aesthetic. I'm an Art Deco fan myself. Definitely Rickrolling. It has been a thing for about a decade and is one of the most popular memes and ways to troll on the internet. My 13-year-old son has just discovered Rickrolling. He thinks it's hilarious. His friends think he's NQR. Steve Carell. That man has aged like a fine wine. He looks younger than S1 Michael still. 90s Japanese cars. Especially if they have pop-up headlights. The first two Home Alone movies. They are still hilarious and very fun to watch after all these years. Anyone I know has watched them at least 2-3 times. You see this shit? This Home Alone 2. Lost in New York shit? It's a grid system. Motherfucker. Where you at? 24th and 5th? Where you wanna go? 35th and 6th? 11 up and 1 over. Your simple beach. The movie Young Frankenstein. It's hilarious. And isn't full of gags that are super offensive today. Movies like Airplane and Blazing Saddles are considered comedy classics, but they couldn't possibly be made today. Young Frankenstein absolutely could if there was a competent enough director and writing team around. Given what Always Sunny has been able to accomplish, I fully believe that Blazing Saddles could be made today. It however could not be made lazily. I find that a few classic rock bands are still very popular with young people today. Bands such as the Beatles, Queen, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones, AC/DC, Metallica, Guns N' Roses and Nirvana especially are the most popular amongst my peers. Batman, the animated series. The Dark Knight movie from 2008. The Princess Bride. 12 Angry Men. It's over 60 years old and still a very great and compelling movie to watch in 2020. Anything scored by John Williams. He makes scenes feel so alive and meaningful. Vaccinated Kids. Heath Ledger as Joker. Avatar: The Last Airbender. As a kid, I thought, wow, this show is great, why don't I hear much about it? But the past few years, I hear good stuff about it here and there non-stop. It's great. Doom. Terminator 2. Anytime I watch this movie, I think I am even more impressed with the practical and VFX they were able to pull off seamlessly in 1991. Band of Brothers. Serial Experiments Lane, a show with only 13 episodes, each 22 minutes, released in 1998 that managed to be incredibly similar to now. The show had an immense presence of technology, from everybody having a portable cell phone they used for mail and the internet, to online morgues at one point, to even a guy with augmented reality. It's surprising how well the show has aged with its predictions. Bro, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.